All right. Time to get down to business.
What sort of business do you suppose he is getting down to?
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
You can get it chopping, you can get it mopping, you can get it reading the phone. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer, and the best cold beer is Vic, a long cold Vic.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the centre. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Street's Golden Gay Time. Now available in smooth chocolate, mouth-watering mint and scrumptious strawberry.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack? You better watch your back.
The Bogan force is too strong upon us. Our spirit is broken.
The Bogan is strong with you, but not nearly strong enough.
I am Lord Darth Vader, First Knight of the Sith, and right hand to His Eminence Prince Esper Valorum, the master of the Bogan.
Let's see how you go with a can of beer up your exhaust pipe, mate.
Welcome everybody to the show. What is up? How are you going? It is sitting down here. It is raining, torrential downpour right on top of me right now. So if you can hear any of that, I do apologize, but I can't change the weather yet. It's a work in progress. I hope you are well. We're here to check out 4 great books tonight. Some of them are ongoing. Some of them are new to me. Some of them were recommended to me by some of you in the chat, including Kayla right here. Put me on to 7 to Eternity. Thank you very much. It might have been Jasper and I didn't listen to him. And then Kayla said, no, you really have to read it. So she says, look at that. It changed my life completely. Wow. Is the rain down there venomous? No, but it is heavy and annoying, and it gets me wet. and I don't appreciate it. But that's all right. Warm and cozy here in my cottage. I wish you were all here with me, although you wouldn't all fit, so probably not. This man right here, Mark's Music Obsession, was first among all of you, so he gets his honor again. He's going for that Jeremy Burt's record, which I think was 54. Could be wrong. Something around that area. I haven't seen Jeremy in a little while. If he was here, he would tell me. But he isn't here. That's okay. We've got Bretsky the Great in the house. We have Moromi here. Hail Mo Biggs. Much missed yesterday for most of the stream. But we did see him a little bit. The Golden Wrench is in the house. Some person is here. What's up, some person? And look at this. Smiling Bandito. Hail and well met. Have not seen Bandito in the chat in a while. We do keep up in contact every now and then. So it is great to see him here live in the chat. We have Tassus Jones representing for Rumble Gang. What's up, Tassus? Look at this. Rick is here. And I asked, I wonder if that is Rick Remender. I don't think it is, but he says, I recommended it in a YouTube short too. Excellent. I'll have to check that out. I've only read the first 30 pages because I gotta pass all these out in bite-sized bits. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Big ups, 7 to eternity. Sounds like something Bancroft would say if the book went out of print. Yes, I don't know. I mean, I don't know really anything about it. I'm new to Mr. Remender, so I've liked what I've read so far. Dango Solo is here. Aforementioned Kayla says, so excited for this one. We got Mike McMahon in the house. Iodine. We have Project Neosis. What's going on, buddy? I was hoping to make it to the thumbnail. In good time, my friend. In good time. All things to those that wait. I hope this is how Bancroft actually preps for every show. Me prepping for this show is madly reading things really late. That's just how it is when you're trying to do art and other things and all sorts of stuff. What's up, Dean? Great to see you here. All right, I better start the show because we have books to talk about. Greetings, creator-owned author of Noid to Do, Last Call, and Tales of the Omniverse. That does sound familiar. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the show. Philip V. What's up, Baz? What's up, Tim? What's up, Philip? Look at these fine people joining us. What do I go to first? What do I jump into? Oh, let's just do a little quick shill. How about that? Gotcha. We are with yesterday's amazing result, up to 3,500 on the trading card campaign. 45 rare cards unlocked. I am currently finishing up the back to Alexander's card, and then I have a couple of panels left on this one, and then I'm done and pre-press and print. Woo! Couldn't come soon enough. I was hoping to get it done by mid-March, but it looks like it'll be next week or so. But thank you very much to everyone who bid. Also, speaking of bidding, check this one out. Oh my God, it's going mad, mental. Already up to $375 dues, 230, and it just went live yesterday. Gilgamesh bringing all the boys to the yard. People want to see that moment where Gilgamesh, the passion of Gilgamesh, suffering the death of his most beloved companion. Thank you very much. The cards come with gum. Unfortunately not. Some person. I wish they could, but it seems to me like a cost and also potentially because it's a food stuff. I don't know about that. What's up, Henry Beamer? Says Bancroft is most proficient at learning about great comics a couple of years after. Yes. Absolutely. Better late than never. I do here. What do I go through first? Let's go to Rook, because Rook is the kind of our most ongoing one. And this is sort of a in the middle of a battle scene. If you remember last time we saw Rook, they made their way to that Turtle Man's oasis, and he was sort of getting all the resources together, and Rook was doubtful. He just lost his rocket. But then the Bear Man attacked. Ursor, I think his name is. That is a respectable amount of original art. Hell yeah, it absolutely is. The generosity out there does not go unnoticed. Nice cover. This is, of course, Jason Fabok and Brad Anderson on the colors, with Jeff Johns writing the tale. So we have high expectations throughout this series, and they never seem to disappoint. So we've got Rook up top. We have, what's her name again? Can't remember. Direwolf. She's the wolf chick, you know, handsome man, hot chick. And then this is Ursor, I think. Is that what it is? He's the bear man, the bad bear man. They're sort of like the players going on at the moment. So yeah, they're all under attack at the moment. So there we've got her wolves and his crows. And I guess the crows, they're good for their little pecking attack, but mostly for reconnaissance and keeping an eye on the battlefield, essentially. So that's where we start this story. They're running into action. Ursor's about to attack. You can kind of see it here. The turtles preparing for war. I mean, when I say turtles, these are gigantic beasts, like huge building-sized things. We've seen Rook fight them in one of the issues previously. All the Ghost Machine characters would make great figures. Agreed. Very action-packed, cool. Yeah, they would actually. Figures or statues. Nice artwork, says Mark. Yeah, Fabok is a bit of a beast. I don't know how they get all this done. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, so the attack comes in. It's all chaos, and straight away we meet this fella here, who I don't know if we know who he is. He's some bad guy. I think we saw him in a previous issue. He's like, I deserve a helmet. Give me the helmet of the ball man. And so he does. The bear dude also gives him this. So now, if you remember from way back, I think in issue 1 or 2, the swine man, the ball man, was Rook's best friend. They were going to get on the rocket together, but he got killed. They took his boars. They took his helmet. They put chains on him. Disgraceful. But luckily, he has the cacaw power. So he's had to send the birds, but they get scared easily. Obviously, why wouldn't they? They're crows. I mean, they're not really any match for some boars here, but they're going to do some hand-to-hand combat. Bancroft is expecting the crows to break out in song like in Dumbo. We're a bit. Best leave that in in history, perhaps. Henry. But then out of the blue, Direwolf has this snake to see, everything is massive. Remember, all of this is sort of genetically engineered. They were trying to engineer the animals to help work the land on this new engineered planet, and they use their helmets to talk with the animals. So that's why everything's crazy. Although the boars don't seem that big. So anyway, Direwolf has got her hands full with this snake. Meanwhile, what's his name again? Carapace. I'm sure that has some kind of turtle connection. But he's sort of like the wise old leader. I don't know if he's that old, actually. He's the wise leader of this oasis. Anyway, so he's getting attacked here at base. They're getting attacked on the ground. It's no holds barred. Everything's going on. The bear man is there at the base. So he's going to fight with the turtle man. What's the snake's name? Car, and the snake is, I don't know her special name. I would have read it in the last one, but I can't find it. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names. I'm really bad. Carapace would be a turtle shell. Thank you, Iodine. Mo says Rob has been working on a helmet that will let him communicate with any snout. That would be his choice, which is weird. The snake's name is Bosworth. Are you sure? I don't know about that. Doesn't really sound like it's part of it. Kayla says, love the costume design and the helmet designs. They're pretty cool, aren't they? I could totally see them as toys, with the different helmets. Pretty cool. I know Jasper was in here last week. He didn't like that this seems like a pitch for a movie. or a game or something. But, you know, throughout history, there's been a lot of that to great success. You know, if you think the Turtles and then that became a cartoon and then toys and everything, I could see this becoming a toy range. I think that would help people want to find the comic. The snake's name is Greg. I don't know if that's right either. I hope they have actual. They do. Like I said, Bear Man is Ursor. Snake Lady, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Wolf Woman is Direwolf. Crow Man is Rook. You know, it's all there. It's not Todd. It's a chick. Look, you can see her right there. What's up, Sumo? All right. So anyway, they're having a battle. It's Snake versus Woman at the moment. And she's got skills to pay the bills. And she's doing her thing. Meanwhile, Rook is facing off against his enemy. I don't know who his name is now, because he was Swine, but now this is this guy. And now she's taunting him. Swine ran like you did, Rook. He squealed, crying and sobbing. Your friend died like a pig. That's a bit insulting, to insult pigs while you're leading pigs. I wouldn't imagine that would garner much trust among the pigs. Anyway, they fight, and then turns out the wolves come in and end up finishing the job for that guy. So he does get his friend's helmet back, and he's able to free the boar from their chains. This is welcome back, big guy. But Direwolf, without the helmet, they're seeing the wolves, they're seeing the bears as potential food. But I don't know, they somehow managed to calm them down and make off. So she killed the snake. She didn't kill the chick, but she killed the big snake, because they got to get back to base, because poor Carapace. Carapace is being detained here. Is being tied up by Ursor. See, I do know their names sometimes. The wolves are Tom and Jerry. This is not, does not vibe with the feeling, with the vibe of the book. Comics, toys, and games go together. I know, right? So yeah, so now we finally have a showdown with these giant bears. Ursor, there's Direwolf. He has the grid. Now the grid is the network that establishes the connections not only with the animals and the helmets, but also around throughout the planet. I'm guessing. I think we don't know everything yet. Anyway, he gets attacked. He cops the bird attack. Maybe a little bit of a confusion tactic, and I think she doesn't want him. She doesn't want Rook to kill him, but he has blood. He has vengeance on his mind. But it doesn't matter either way. This guy is like, I guess he's like Bane of this universe. He's just too big, too strong. I mean, look at the size of this guy. Anyway, he knocks his helmet off. And so now he has no one to, the crows just fly away. No honor among birds, I suppose. You're like your birds, weak. And he this arms him, piffs him like a friggin' discus out into the dam. Mo says Jasper's allowed to have his pet peeves. At least he hasn't addressed the digital printing. Well, I mean, this is, I haven't gotten a physical copy, so I can't speak to the print quality of image these days. I only read digital. Global Comics is my thing at the moment. And yeah, there he is, chucked away. So we leave his. He's like telling his birds, "Fly away, fly or die." They seem to be coming back for him, so maybe his birds will help him out. I don't know, but he's down in the dam, and that's the lead up to the next issue. So it looks like he's gonna come back as a scarecrow. I don't know. We'll see. Field of Screams. All right, guys. All right. I'm down with it. That was issue. What was that? Issue 4? No. What issue was this? The next one. Yeah, that was issue 4. I think it gets up to issue 6 and then there's a break, so there won't be more after that for a little while. Oh no, not the crows. Pretty sure Birdman was doomed from the start. He does have one of the weaker animals. Like if you look, giant turtles, bears, boars, wolves, massive snake. He's got crows. It does seem a little bit unfair, but then he was trying to leave. He was building a rocket to get the hell out of here. So I hope he makes the birds carry him everywhere. I don't think he has that many. I think he has enough. Yeah, Rook Exodus. I'm digging it. Keep it going. I think, yeah, like I said, I got a couple more issues to get up to this sort of run. And yeah, I think, you know, they put in a good show. Down Go Solo does have a book. I don't think I've shown that one yet. We'll bring it up at some point in the future. Robert, yeah. Mo already said that, Sumo. It is true. He would request the snails. He's like, they're slow, yes, but you never see them coming. Kala says, I'm way ahead in the series, so I won't spoil. Good, thank you. Yeah, I'm behind on everything, literally years later. Here's another one, Nottingham. Now, I thought we'd gone through this, but I checked back, and apparently we hadn't. I'd only talked about up to issue 1, but I'd read up to issue 3 or 4, so I was super confused. But this is Mad Cave's book from, when did this come out? 2021. Issue 5 doesn't come out until August. That's quite a wait. Well, I mean, I think that's already out. I'm just, that's like last August. So this was last year, I'm pretty sure. So I'm way behind. I'm late, Bancroft. Cut me some slack. Where were we? Nottingham. Yes. So if you remember, where were we up to on Nottingham was essentially, it's from the point of view of the sheriff, and Robin Hood may or may not be a psychotic terrorist. I haven't quite figured it out yet. He's definitely psychotic, possibly a terrorist. I haven't really worked that out yet. Maid Marian is a Machiavellian type person. Guy of Gisborne is in on it as well. It's difficult to pass out yet, but we're going to join. We're going to join Alan Dale and the sheriff at the dungeons. Robin Hood has just come in and killed Will Scarlet so that he can't talk, essentially. That's where we're at. It's very bloody. It's very dark. It's very visceral and gritty. The art style matches that. It's kind of cartoony. And I dig it. I really like it. It really fits the story. So, yeah, the sheriff went to the Crusades. We're going to find out a little bit about that. I actually might know who this is here with this beard. We're going to see him in a little bit. Nothing psychic about that. What's up, Jasper? You just missed Rook, which I don't think you're a massive fan of, so I think you should be good. Anyway, so a little bit of him, you know, in the Crusades, not having a great time, hell on earth, all that sort of stuff. He makes it back, and now this is Guy of Gisborne, basically chewing out the sheriff for allowing Will Scarlet to be killed in his dungeon. This issue is a lot of sort of intrigue. You know, they're interrogating this guy here. How did it happen? What's going on? There's Robin Hood there. So that's Robin Hood, and that's the sheriff, and that's Robin Hood in this world. So it's sort of like, it's kind of flipped on its head, but it's also a bit ambiguous. It seems like the sheriff is kind of a decent guy. Maybe he's working for a bad king. I don't quite know. Mike, I have another 2 signed Waking Dream first printings on eBay. Tell someone to bid. Well, post the link there in the chat, Jasper, and I'll bring them up for later. That silhouette panel was nice. Yeah, that's rad. I used that on my short, and that got like 6,000 views or something. Really cool art. I like that one. So yeah, a lot of intrigue. You can kind of skip through it. I mean, you really want to read it. It's all about, you know, how Robin Hood got in and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, this guy's getting you know, chewed out by his superiors here, and we find out that a guard post was changed at late notice, and this guy was sent to enjoy a wench at a time, and he's like, who was in charge? And they find out it was actually Alan Dale. So Alan sprints. Alan. Anyway, he's like, close the gates. Anyway, we find out. So yeah, Alan Dale. If you remember from Robin Hood, the cartoon, he was the rooster. He was a, what do they call it? I have one in Witcher as well. You know, someone who sings, sings songs and everything. But he ended up having to become a, you know, someone in the sheriff's thing, a guard, you know, to feed his family. But then Robin Hood, he had to start working for him to protect his family. Anyway, they have a big fight, and he actually ends up knocking out the sheriff and escaping. So that was the end of the second issue, which is mostly just a lot of castle intrigue and whatnot. Yes. Let's continue, please. Zoom out here. A bard. Thank you. I like Fabok. Haven't read Rook or Lucen 2 yet. I need to read what I have. I feel that, don't you? I feel that, my friend. The stack groweth. It's crazy. That's why I get to books 2, 3, 10 years late. That's just how it happens. So anyway, he's tracked Alan down to this monastery, and you can imagine who we're going to meet now. This gentleman right here, you may know him. He's heading the monks who are guarding the the monastery. Anyway, he's like, you can't come in. This is hallowed ground, sacred ground. And he pulls his hood back and he's like, I know you, monk. We get a little bit of a flashback to the sheriff getting into a fight, accidentally killing someone in a tavern. And he escapes. He goes to the church and meets with Friar Tuck. That's Friar Tuck. That's who I reckon he was fighting with in the Crusades earlier, maybe, I think. I don't quite know. You know, yeah, the singing guy. Exactly. Bancroft has to always try to insert cock into the stream. Oh, create our own comic. There it is. We have the link. Let me grab that in a new window so I can pull that up later. If you want to go get a first edition double-signed copy, there's very few of these in existence. Jasper has most of them. I think he's got 2 or 3. More like Friar Cuck, am I right? I mean, we'll see. Well, they do end up actually kind of joining forces. Hopefully a remaking of the tale where Friar Tuck is not a bumbling drunk. Let's have a look. So anyway, a little bit of a backstory there. The sheriff resents Tuck for sending him off to the Crusades, essentially. That's where this is headed. They have a little bit of a battle. The sheriff says, I don't care. I'm going in to get Dale. And they have a bit of a fight. Great fight scenes. Again, this gritty style. I actually recently started following one of the artists on this on Twitter. I saw him at a convention on a tweet. Good stuff. I really dig the whole. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of old school Frank Miller. You know, 300. It's sort of really made for it. I really dig it. Anyway, they hear something back in the monastery that causes them to stop killing each other. And they realize, okay, well, let's stop fighting each other and go in and check this out. It's not good news for Alan. He's decided to take the sinful way out, hangs himself, and he sends the whole time that you're reading this letter about why he's done. Essentially, you know, everything he's doing is to protect his family. So I really feel like this is building up to Robin Hood is like a mobster. He is like a gangster, essentially. You know, he's running protection rackets. He is robbing people. He's kind of robbing the state, but I don't know. I'm figuring it out as I go. Anyway, there's Robin Hood there, Maid Marian, Little John, and they're chatting about that. You know, the tournament. Gisborne is putting on a tournament, so I guess that will be coming in the next issue. Yeah, it's kind of like Mystery Box. You don't quite know what's what yesterday, and I really think like they're gonna have the sheriff be the sympathetic character. But yeah, it's a cool read. It's a very interesting, heavily stylized style, and I dig it. You can check it out from Mad Cave. I've put the links to all of these in the description. I don't get excited by the what if the bad guy was the good guy stories. I get it, Sumo. I understand that it's sort of been done to death. Although, in their defense, this is kind of 4 years old at this point, but it does come heavily recommended, and I think it's more nuanced than that. I think I could be wrong, but yeah. Jasper says, when I saw Mel fulfilling, I decided to take a chance and invest in her brand. You should too. Absolutely. Go put a bid on, where is it? Do a little bit of a break here. There we go. Go put a bid on the Lucent Waking Dream first edition, signed by both Mel and I. Like I said, I think Mark got one of these, and I think there's only 1 or 2 left. Jasper grabbed the last of them on the end of the Second Chance campaign. All right. What do I get to? I think the moon is following us, and then we'll do 7 to Eternity last. Because I think 7 to Eternity was my favorite thing that I read this week. And this is Daniel Warren Johnson, which is a very interesting book, because it kind of is a little bit like what I'm doing, where there's sort of a dream fantasy world and a real world, but obviously it's a completely different direction he's going in it. Bancroft is fascinated by them. He picks up tips for new ways to justify his mistreatment of us. What? Oh, right, those kinds of stories. Ever read Barbaric Bancroft? I have not. All sheriff of Nottinghams are bastards. That's what the what is that, an acronym says? Hard not to be with that art. Read it and answer for. I mean, I don't think I have anything to answer for, Mo. I think I treat everyone equally with kindness and humanity. Daniel Warren Johnson is just writing. No, he's the joint artist. So you'll see when we get to it. So I'm going to assume that this is Daniel Warren Johnson's portion. So we'll get to it. You'll sort of figure it out. I mean, you just get dropped into it right in the middle of it. So you're figuring it out as you go. But essentially, we got these 2 main characters, importantly human-esque. We find out very quickly that they are husband and wife. That's Duncan, and that is Cash. Did I get that? Did I get that from the other book? I'm not quite sure. And then there's this frog thing here, this toad thing with a crown on. But we realize that they're trying to get to Penny. So, okay, I can tell you, it's not a spoiler. It happens straight away. That's their daughter, essentially. And we seem to be in some kind of fantastical fantasy realm with these. Look at these guys here. Got some snake skull type characters, easily dispatched with their weaponry. And also straight away we get she is kind of more of gung-ho, and he's a little bit more less confident, let's say, put it like that. And guessing he's definitely not an alpha male type hero, essentially. Rick Rosmo drew that horribly. I mean, so this might be his part. Okay, this is Rick Rosmo, because that actually reminds me a little bit of that Tim Drake book. Why isn't Rob here for this whimsical romp? I know, right? Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, so this is probably that Rick Rosmo on this part of it. This book came recommended to me by Rocky Ballesteros and Adam Law. I mean, Adam Lawson recommends most books. Riley Rosmo, Ricky Rosmo. I don't prove Sumo wrong and read that comment. Riley, thank you. Yeah, reading is hard. You know, hard thing to do. Anyway, so they're storming this castle. You assume they're trying to save their daughter. And they're kind of new. You found out they're sort of new to this. They've been in training for 6 months. And immediately in the castle, they run into this fella here who is kind of like the wise old, wizard type who's teaching them. And we find out they're like, it took them to get there. They're trying to find him. Essentially, he's going to help them. So they've been working with him. All right. Again, like I said, just dropped into it. We're finding out this on the fly as we go, as they're fighting these unusual creatures in this very unusual place. So anyway, we get a little bit of a breather and we get a little bit of a backstory. So essentially, they're going to have to do some tasks, some tests, some sacrifice. It's all because they are trying to get their daughter back. We don't know what's happened to their daughter, kidnapped something. We don't know. We don't know the full extent of it, but they run into this bat thing. Check her out. I don't quite know. I can't quite pass it, but weaponry, they're going to exchange. They're going to get some weapons that they need. And it turns out that they have to give some kind of payment that they don't want to give. It's gonna make them sick or something. I couldn't quite figure it out, but I mean, you be the judge. The payment was this tentacle comes out and it's got eyeballs and buttholes in it, and it attaches itself to you, and you go, oh. So yeah, I mean, not the preferred payment I would want to make, but if you had no other choice, then I guess you would, because this is who they're fighting for, is their child here, Penny. So I guess that's Daniel Warren Johnson there. So essentially, Riley is drawing the in fantasy art, and then Daniel is drawing the real life art, if that makes any sense. The daughter ran away. The parents are the big bads of the story. You think? Is that true? I don't know. Is that a spoiler? Eyeballs and Buttholes was the name of my band in college. All right. Mo says I got to read this. They have to pay some kind of payment that they don't want to give that will make them sick or something. Remember the toll the feral bush pig charged you for trespassing? I remember it only too well. I mean, it does say it's not painful, but it's like a heaviness that sits upon you that never goes away. So yeah, very accurate. Anyway, they get this weapon here, this cube, which we see them use later. So anyway, their yelling has alerted the, I guess, the authorities in this area. They're in enemy territory. They have to hightail it. The bat turns into a bat. I like the shout out to What We Do in the Shadows there, bat, and they got to get moving. Here, the bad guys arrive. We see these things. It's all just craziness. I mean, it's all bizarre. It's pretty funky. It's pretty fun. And so now they're getting chased, but they're still weak from their experience. I did like this. Look at this thing this guy did. He did some kind of whoop and turned himself into wall. It's a bit like the cloak in Lord of the Rings. So they all just run past it. But the husband, he doesn't have the heart for this. She's like, kill him before he alerts the rest. He just doesn't have the heart. So that's why he's not really a manly man. You can kind of see there by how he's being portrayed. The woman, despite the visuals, she isn't wearing pants. and he is. I think in this relationship, she is wearing the metaphorical pants. That's what I'm picking up. Anyway, they have no choice. They were going to use this weapon to get their daughter, but as the guy says, I mean, if you die, there's not going to be any, you're not going to save anyone. So they use this weapon. It turns out it can kind of just become what you want. And here was an interesting thing. He's like, I don't know how to fly this. He's like, this isn't the real world. You just do it. So it's kind of like in a dream. If you've ever been in a dream, you know, and you jump into a helicopter, maybe you can just fly it and it works. I think that's how it works like that. So that's why I started thinking, oh, this is probably like some kind of dream world with sort of high stakes. You can get trapped in it. That's where I started thinking this. Anyway, they fly away in the helicopter. And the Toad guy intervenes with his car. He's got his machine gun car. That was a cool little moment there. And they are able to escape. And but in the process, she gets shot by arrows or something. I must have missed that somewhere. Oh yeah, she'd already been shot. That was somewhere else. Back here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She gets shot by arrows, so he has to take her back to the real world where she can heal. So I guess if you get injured here, it's not quite like the Matrix. The injury doesn't pass through. But yeah, if you die here, I guess you get stuck there. This is a lot of spoilers. Oh yeah, I'm reading through the books. This ain't a review. This is a read through. We're reading through the books, but like I said, a lot of these are kind of, you know, a little bit old now. Mike, this sucks. Did I recommend East of West or Criminal yet? I have read East of West. I may go back to it. I mean, I don't know. I've just read the first issue. People I trust say they love this, so I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, interesting setup. Like I said, this is where I was like, oh, so it is kind of like the Matrix. Like they've got like gas masks and they're plugged in, you know, when they get back to the real world. So this would be Daniel Warren Johnson's art, and he's checking her out, and yet she does no wounds. But we learned that it's been 6 months since their daughter went missing in the fantasy world, but she's not actually missing. She's just stuck. So she's in bed. And she's been asleep for 6 months. Oh, and look, there's that frog thing. I didn't notice that. There you go. So I guess it's like you create the world. It's sort of like the never-ending story and the Matrix and what's that other one? With the Graham Nolan one. I can't remember the name of it. Criminal. I don't know if I've got Criminal on my list. I do have East of West on my list. East of West is a big undertaking, but we can do it. Where is it? I gotta put Criminal on my list. Who wrote Criminal? I'm looking for new writers and artists. All right, that's saved. That's on the list. The Cell. Looks kind of fun. I might read it before my sub runs out. Yeah, like I said, Rocky swears by this. He says it's really good. Little Monsters. It's a pirate game. I mean, it's up on Global Comics. You can go and read it. And I'm not actually reading through it. I'm just sort of telling you what happens in the story. If you like it, Brewbreaker. Oh, good. I've been wanting to finally read some. Keller says it is a fun book. It feels fun. I mean, it's a lot of, it feels like it could get pretty zany, which I'm down for. Valley Law says, nice haircut. Me? You like my haircut? It doesn't look that good with my hat hair, but thank you, Valley Law. Or maybe you're talking about someone else's haircut. Thank you for the super chat. Give this a shot. All right, let me click that. East of West, definitely an investment. Yeah, I read that one way back in the day, but I definitely didn't finish it. I definitely didn't go all the way. I think I just got distracted. I was reading it on Comixology. Why isn't that showing up in my... in my thing here. I can't find the link. That's weird. Oh, because it's on Twitter. You're on Twitter. I apologize. You're on Twitter. That's why I can't read that. Global Comics, a treasure trove of good stuff. It is indeed. Hey, we could do a giveaway. It's been a long time. Let's do a friggin' giveaway. Let's give away a membership to Global. What is it? What is it called? StreamYard's giveaway. Let's do that. That's fun. All right, choose a stream. Yep. Rigged. Yep. All right. So, if you want to win a membership, 1 month membership to Global, do type rigged in the chat. Let me post that in there. There we go. We'll do it after. We'll do the. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Oh, it's I gotta unshare that one. Okay. All right. We're good. Okay, people are entering. Excellent. All right. Let's get to I think what everyone is here for, the main course. People seem very hyped about this one. It is called 7 to Eternity by Rick Remender, Jerome Opeña, and Matt Hollingsworth. Now, this one was recommended to me very highly by Kayla in the chat. Papa needs to read all the Sonic crap they just added. Oh my God. Jake. Each their own. Sumo says, I'll sit out since I won already. I'm thoughtful like that. Wow. So magnanimous, Sumo Thori. Rigged in my favor? Rigged in my favor, maybe. I'm super excited to dogpile whoever wins this with insults. Good. Hollingsworth is the best colorist. Best book. Well, let me just say, art is amazing. This is like Kenneth Roquefort level beautiful. Now, when did this come out? How long have I been sleeping on this? Looking. 2017. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I missed this. It's been out a while. This is a modern classic. Yeah, I can feel it. I feel like I didn't have enough time reading this to really sit through and enjoy what was on offer here. But straight away, I mean, this is just absolutely gorgeous art. Everything. If you're an artist and a colorist, this is one to study. Look at what he's doing with the background there, bringing everyone forward. Beautiful stuff. So the story starts. I'm gonna read up to about page 30 here. Hollingsworth coloring on witches makes the book untouchable. Ooh, I've got witches on my list already. Another one to go. Jerome is God tier. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful art. So we've got a father and a daughter here, and this very mystical looking boar. She says it's a big boy, and I'm like, she weren't kidding. Anyway, they're out hunting, and she's about to kill it, and they've got these sort of they've got these kind of powers. We don't know what they are yet. Their eyes glow. They've got this glowing fish type arrow here, a bit of headgear. So you don't really know anything yet. But you get the sense that she's a very skilled hunter, but she does get distracted. Her dad is coughing blood. Ominous, never a good sign. But they don't have much time to discuss it. Check out these faces. A lot of the times when people are really good at their detailed art like this, really beautiful, picturesque kind of art, the faces are the things that kind of aren't as good. And I don't, I get it. It's really difficult to be able to be great at everything. But this ain't this art. This is like what I said, Kenneth Roquefort level, because everything is spot on. Well, not Comixology, Mo. Global Comics. But yes, do type rigged in the chat. and you will have a chance to win. So anyway, we they hear a call back home. So this is the home. This is back home. This is the little community that they've got here. We find out very quickly that they're like farmers living off their animals and hunting, and you know, the milk from these weird big goats and everything. This is the leader of the pack, and that's his dad. We meet the wife, and there is a very ominous looking cloud here that ain't a natural storm, and then straight away, bang, we're thrown into it. All right, there's some kind of magic going on here. The barn just gets struck by some kind of magic lightning, and it's on fire. They're all scrambling. All right, time to get the kids and the women underground into the shelter, including the wife and the daughter. She's like, it's cool. Like, he sends her in there to, she's obviously got skills, so she's like there to protect them. Anyway, they're trying to get all the animals out so they don't all burn alive. And then we realize that, all right, this isn't a storm. This is a attack of some kind. And as we saw earlier, so it looks like the granddad, the leader, has this power. It's pretty cool, actually. Great Father, we can run no more. By tribute of your lost eye, grant me vision through this dark. And then the eye appears and says, blades forged of your devotion. Pretty rad. So he gets these cool blades. But this guy appears here. And the first time we see this, hear his offer. We don't know what that is yet. But they get into a little bit of a scuffle. He says, the hell I will. Anyway, they start fighting. He brings up these creatures, these dog. They remind me of the things from Ghostbusters, except they have cobras coming out of their backs. Very creative, very cool. Look at that coloring. Beautiful. You should invest in the hardcover. The art is even better. The art and writing are on par with each other. Yeah, I'm feeling it, Kayla. Absolutely. Mo says, time to get the women, kids and women underground. Sounds like something Phoenix would have said. Not that there are many left to get that reference. I know, right? Where are you, Phoenix? I hope wherever you are, no one is standing too close to you on a cold day. Mo will get that reference. Are those demon dogs? I mean, I guess they are. They're kind of mud demons. I'm guessing that's where this is headed. I don't quite know. I don't know. Not demons, just like, I guess there's magic, maybe, in this story. What's up, Rod Looper? Speaking of fantastic artists in the house, they fit the tone and part of the story. Absolutely. Anyway, so he's fighting these mud dogs with his cool blades that he concocted. But you know, there's a lot of them. He gets one of the back of the head there. Meanwhile, the son is getting his gun here from the barn just in time, makes it out while the thing explodes. And what is this thing? I mean, he's just under attack. Back to the mud, devil, he says to this guy. And now he's concocted these weird glowing little kind of pixie devils. I don't know what they are, but anyway, it's not good. He's overwhelmed, and like Bandito said earlier, spoilers. I mean, it came out 8 years ago. He doesn't work out well for old Papa. He gets stabbed by his own glowing sword. Not good. Not good at all. Anyway, so we learn that essentially this guy wants him to come and accept an offer by the Mud King. So I guess that's the big bad, the Mud King. And he refuses and has refused. And that's sort of why this powerful warrior type has been off in the wilderness farming to keep his tribe safe, essentially. He gets dragged down into the mud. This is friggin' epic. This is a great book. Thank you very much, Kayla, for recommending this to me. Do you ever focus on colors for the art share? Hollingworth and Dean White? That's a good idea. That's a damn good idea for an art share. Just the colorists. Thank you. Thank you. Seppuku via lightning. Very honorable. Ah, found me on YouTube. Thank you, bro. Welcome, AP Delchi. Great to have you here. Only 8 years for a read through. Yeah, take my time. Been busy. Been busy. Who drew this? Yes, Jerome. Jerome on the lines, and who was it? Hollingsworth on the colors. Stunning. Really, really beautiful. Look at this. This is a great moment. So the only thing he has with his dad is the hand reaching out from underneath the dirt. And yeah, great scene where he's like, he holds onto his hand until allowing me a brief communion with him before returning to the well. Really just a great scene. You know, really great setup to a story. So yeah, this guy is like, he awaits you in Fengao, Adam I haven't saying this right. Osiris. Anyway, hear his offer. So that's the thing. They want him to come hear the offer of the Mud King. So I'm guessing the Mud King demands fealty, essentially. Smiling Bandito just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Bandito. It's amazing. Thank you for your generosity, good sir. You deserve one of these.
Well, cheers, big ears.
And we've got Pork Hunt gifted a membership. I haven't seen Pork in a while. Shout out to Pork. Stephen Hipkiss, Russifus, Skeleton Power, and Amit Rayner, all gifted memberships. A noble try. Mo says, thank you for trying, son. Didn't go through. Oh, and Bandito also becomes a Super Bogan. Thank you very much, Bandito. Wow. Very generous. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome back to everyone as Bogan's here. All right. So this is important. Now, he said, or he communed with his father, that he would never go hear the Mud King's offer. And that's why they're out in the wilderness, because the dad refused. He's stood on principle. But now the son has said the same thing to the dad, but he said he lied, essentially. So they bury all the people who died. They bury the father, and he's chatting with his wife. Is like, I have to go at least meet with the Mud King. And she's like, you can't. It goes against everything your father stood for. But he's like, I'm gonna go kill him. He says, don't jaw at me about honor. Buried too many out here in its name. Yeah, I mean, you should really read this. I don't want to really go through it too much, but like, yeah, it's really very well written. Everything's established. So he's sort of leaving the tribe, leaving the community, the family in his daughter's hands, her capable hands. You know, she can hunt, she can lead, she's strong. Read the follow-up, Bancroft. Where is it? Where is it? You said, thank you for trying. Damn good idea. Artshare is a bit too broad in its appeal. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Bandito missing me with the gift memberships the way I missed his mum with that child support. Ooh. Jasper says, check out Hollingsworth's flat colors on November. As contrast to this, he's a beast. You should invite him on. He's kind online. All right. November. Yeah, I must admit, I'm only sort of really seeing his work here. Very impressed. November. I do like a good colorist. I cannot lie. Hail to the Mud King, baby. Well, don't speak too soon. Scrolling down. This is always this. There's no way, Jasper. I'm going to keep this comment up. I'm going to keep this comment up as I go to the next page. Let me zoom out. All right. So the dad is he's going to travel on his big beast. He's going to go away. He's going to leave the land. He's traveling over. He's talking about, how hard it is, following your father's footsteps and having principles, but keeping the family alive and all that sort of stuff. And but he's traveling through all the different kingdoms that have been decimated by the Mud King. Either you join or die, essentially. And we learnt that if you kill the Mud King, everyone who accepted his offer dies. It's a bit like the head vampire deal, I think. Anyway, I'll say this. Hardest thing a man can do is remain noble when the whole world sees him as a coward. And then, bang. What do you do when the thing you hate most holds your only hope? That is not a TV pitch. I mean, that is pretty friggin' awesome. Everything about it. The scale, the art, the colors, the scope, everything. Great writing. He did go on walkabout. He go on walkabout to the Mud King. So, yeah, I mean, I guess this is where he lives. This is his realm. Not quite sure, but we're about to find out. So he says, okay, fine. And that's deep. Yeah, I really felt it. I mean, this is only the second Remender book that I've started to read. So, and both of them are great. So, yeah. No wonder I keep hearing about it. Thank you very much for the recommend. I look forward to digging into this and reading more. Really, really good stuff. Carlos did a great job on doing an environment movie feeling. It completes really well with Jerome's art. When I say it changed my life, it changed my life. That is massive. You don't hear that very often about a comic. And I hope the team has heard that and received that message, Kayla, because I'm sure they would love to hear it. Philip V says, I admit I've failed in some of my areas of boganism. I just accept it. That's all right. That's all right. Dango Sola says, TV couldn't touch this. I don't know, maybe they could, but I don't think not at the moment. Maybe in the future. All right. Are you all ready? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Stop that. Present. Rigged. There we are. It looks like a solid comic, says Cranberry. Yeah, it feels like it's going to be something pretty special. And the art does seem to vibe with it. We only have 10 entries. How many we got in here? How many watching? We got 52 in here. Amazing. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out. Type rigged in the chat. Come on, baby. Let's get it up. If we can get up to 20, we'll draw this. You are typing rigged to get a 1-month membership to Global Comics. This is how I'm able to read all these amazing books, including my own. Bigged will not do anything, Jake. That will not get you there. See Michael joining in, Jasper joining in. Sumo. Mo says go for it. Don't worry about it. He says, dang it, my free sub ran out already. Well, get in there, Sumo. All right, everyone's getting in there. We've got 15. Can we get 5 more? Embiggened. AP Delchi says, I'm already on Global. That's where I publish my books. It really is becoming the place to be. Who do they just add there? IDW, so you can read Turtles, and what is Jake can read his Sonic the Hedgehog. There's something for everyone on there. Maybe all lose equally well. Remember in the last one we did, Joe Sontag won his own thing. That was pretty hilarious. All right, I feel like we're not going to get any more here, people. I mean, yeah. Some people don't want to read digitally, and I understand that. I was never for it. I do stand by physical. It's important to have physical, but yeah, that's shipping. Oh my God. Some of these books, I don't want to go out to the comic book shop anymore. All right. That one wasn't rigged. It wasn't, exactly. Someone else got it on Rumble. All right. I think it's time to do it. We're going to sit on 15. Let me get the drum roll going. And the winner of tonight's 1-month membership to Global Comics is Down goes Solo. There you go. That one went on for a long time. What the hell? What the hell? Well, congratulations. Down goes Solo. 1 month. I think they're up to 85,000 titles or something crazy now on the site, if I can check it. 85,000, including yours truly's. Rigged AF. Congratulations to Down Goes Solo. It was rigged in my favor. Yeah, you were saying it was double rigged. But I think the rig comes around, the rig goes around, and sometimes it lands on you. I deserve this, says Doug. You do deserve this. I will send you a DM with a code. And yes, the double rigger. That's going to be it for me. We'll just leave you all with a little bit of this. Due back. This actually isn't 7 days. It's actually only 6 days. I got to adjust that. We have sold 136 of these. You haven't got your trading card set yet, please do. Or if you are in the market for some original art of Gilgamesh, it is there. You can find the link over at thelucencomic.com or just search for ultra rare Gilgamesh and Enkidu on eBay. I'm sure you'll find it. Also, what happened? Wasn't that Jasper's one? Did someone get it? Did someone grab that, Jasper? That's cool. All right. That's going to be it for me. Bancroft Reed Tank Chair. All right. Chuck another one on the list. This list groweth, and I only have so many hours in the week to read. They're literally, it is crazy. There are more awesome comics than you could really ever hope to read in a lifetime. I mean, especially if you've got other things on the go. It is how it is. Hillary was obsessed with Gilgamesh. Ew. I don't think it's sold. I'll check. Or maybe I just clicked something wrong. I don't know. I'll share it on. Send me a DM. I'll share it on eBay again. That should probably on Twitter. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you for the art share next week. In the meantime, I'm hoping to finish my own art. And yeah, have a good night. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.